Maybe I cut this light off. Hey, how are you doing? I wanted to make sure my lighting was good. I'm on Facebook and I'm on IG. How are y'all doing today? Excuse me, I was trying to mess around with my lighting a little bit. But happy Friday. I hope all is well. I'm on IG and I am on Facebook. So welcome. I'm going to see who tunes in and joins me. You can definitely feel free to share this. I'm going to be talking a little bit about why it's important to treat people well in the workspace. And this may come across as common sense, but common sense is not common. I'm sure you've heard that saying. And there are just some different things and trends that we are seeing. So it's something that totally needs to be addressed. This is definitely going to encourage you, and this can be used throughout multiple industries. If you're in ministry, if you're in corporate, if you are in nonprofit. So I wanted to jump on and just share and give some information. You can definitely tag people that need to see this. You can share it with people who need to know. My name is Ashley Kennedy. I am the Chief Empowerment Officer at Empowered Inc. And I am a consultant, and I help leaders to overcome a burnout culture, because it is a culture, and we continue to see that play out more and more and more, especially in today's society. If you look on the news, you are seeing all types of different trends, from airplanes and dealing with that industry, when it comes to cancellations, when it comes to pilots going on strike from working all of this overtime, to where you see people being laid off, to where you see the great resignation, the great reshuffling, where people are leaving their jobs, they're going to other jobs. So it is very important that we continue the conversation about work culture. And it really comes down to being transformative. It really comes down to how we treat people, being socially aware and being mindful of what's going on. And I'm here to help with that. I have had several negative experiences when it comes to the workspace, and also in ministry as well. So I'm totally well qualified to talk about this area as well. My background is in management, administration, ministry, higher education. So I have definitely a variety of background when it comes to all of this, and really how to, again, help leaders overcome a burnout culture, because we need people. Even the more we get into the AI, the artificial intelligence, it still takes people to program that. So we will always need people, and it's important that we remember that. And it's important that we really treat people right, and that we handle people well. All right, so just want to share that. And it's just important, because when you don't, people leave their jobs. Point blank. People will leave their jobs, and they have been already, and they are doing that because for a variety of reasons. But the number one reason that tends to come up is because of how they're being treated at work, and even more specifically when it comes to their relationship with management, their relationship with leadership. So it's important that we understand that. And it really has deeper implications, because if people are not treated well, employees are not treated well or handled with care in the workplace, you will see this manifest in how clients and customers are treated. When it comes to bad customer service, that's an implication of the training that they've received, and also how they can feel. There's a difference between workplace happiness and engagement at a job. People could just be at a job just carrying on doing things, but how well are they doing the job? Are they happy at the job? And if they are not, you can bet that you may be seeing some neglect when it comes to how people are being treated in the medical industry. I'll put that in there. When it comes to nursing homes, how patients are being treated, how paying people, how the families are being treated, right? So it's important, again, that we understand this. So being able to treat your employees well and handling them with care is going to help and contribute to an overall positive culture when it comes to clients, when it comes to customers, when it comes to patients. Also, your revenue can be touched and affected greatly if you are not treating people well, because people and employees just are no longer standing for it, and they don't need to. And we just overall need to do better as far as how we manage and how we lead and how we treat people. Okay, so I want to put that out there. So let's jump into this a little bit deeper. Did you know that it costs an estimated $4K on average to replace an employee? $4,000. Okay, a lot of people don't know those numbers, and also an estimated 30 to 45 days minimum. It could be longer to replace an employee. So a lot of times we can go with this culture of, well, everyone is replaceable. To an extent, and it just depends, especially when you want quality and competent workers. So we have to really be mindful, again, of how we treat our employees, how we treat our contractors, right, our consultants, because it can cost a lot of money to get that right person, to make sure that you have that right fit for what your needs are for your company, for your organization, for your ministry. So you definitely don't want to take it lightly. Now, you may be wondering, why am I saying 4K? Well, there are different things that go into hiring a new employee, hiring a new consultant, a contractor, right? Okay, so you have your total onboarding experience. So sometimes you have to pay to post the new hire, the different position. You may be paying a referral fee. When it comes to training, you are paying for food, you're paying for materials, you're paying for printing, and then you have your time in there. Because those who are doing the training, that's taking time away from their normal work duties. Okay, so you're losing out, or you're spending this money. It's worth the investment to make sure you have the right person. So I want to say that, because sometimes we just do not want to invest in things that are going to make us or our companies and organizations better. But you are paying for that in time, right? You're paying the person who's going to have to do these trainings. Now, I will say you can shorten this process by automating your training processes and recording them and doing some different audio things. You can talk to me, book me later. We can talk about those different options. But you are paying for these things. You're paying for all your materials, your printing. If you have to lease out a particular space to train, you're paying for that. You have to pay for software if you have specialized and advanced accounts. So all of these costs add up. So that's where this 4K is coming from. And also salary increases. When you're bringing someone on, people are going to negotiate their salaries, as they should. And we need to be willing to pay people to come on and to do exemplary work. So all of this goes into that 4K. You're going to be paying for these new people, to onboard these people, this entire process. Okay, and then when it comes to the 30, 45 days, you have to interview, you have to find them, you have to review resumes. Even with the resume AI that will read, scan for keywords, different things like that, you still need to make sure that you are doing your due diligence, right? To read over these resumes, to make sure that you have the right information, that you are choosing wisely, okay, the people that you are bringing onto your team, bringing into your company. That takes time to onboard them, okay, going into training, doing all the paperwork, the background checks, if that's necessary, the reference checks, if that's necessary. All of these things take time. And meanwhile, as this time is passing, work is being left on the table, or is being thrown off and shifted onto other people who already have tons of work to do. They already have their goals that they are trying to focus on. So it can really cost in time and finances and materials to bring on new people. Now, we need to be hiring and bringing on new people. However, if you can maintain and retain people, you really want to do that. And that's why facilitating these transformational cultures, transformative statuses, or not statuses, but spaces, is really important. And taking care of your team and celebrating them and making sure that you are doing what is necessary to keep them in the company, because people are leaving. And even if it takes them some time to leave, you may see their work productivity slack. And it's because they're not happy. It's because they are not being cared for. So again, it really is about people and how we manage them. Because then when we see these different documentaries come out, when it comes to churches, companies, organizations, some people are actually mad. But let me tell you this, by the time a docu-series comes out about any organization, you better believe that there have been meetings, right, to try to address the situation, private conversations, and it has not been working. So it's important that we pay attention to our people that we love on, that we care for people, that we pay attention to different red flags and issues that are being brought up to leadership and management. So we know that there are issues that we need to be taken care of. It is important that we constantly check in, right, with our employees, within our companies, with our volunteers, even with our board members, to know, hey, how are we doing? What's going on? That's something else I can help you with, okay? I'll talk about that in a minute. But we must be mindful of our people, because our people are carrying out, they are executing the task, the mission, the vision. So how can we not care for the employees, those who are helping us get this job done? We have to be mindful, okay? We have to show that care. It's very, very, very important, because again, people are leaving. People are leaving, and they don't have a problem leaving because of everything that has transpired within the last 2 to even 10 years, beyond that, okay? But people are really beginning to advocate for themselves, as they should, as we should, okay? And I encourage you to do so. So let's treat our people well. Now, you can know that people are doing well by if they are meeting their goals. And you want to make sure that you continue to express that you are on the same page with your staff, with your volunteers, to make sure that there's agreement and understanding to what the expectations and the roles are. So if they are producing, they are passionate, they are giving their all, they are showing care, hey, all the more take care of them. All the more celebrate them. All the more do what it is that you can do to maintain your staff, because again, they are leaving. If they have had excellent annual reviews, if you are able to speak well of them as a leader, as management, then why not reward them? Why not make sure that they are being taken care of well, and not in a false sense? Really make sure that they are being taken care of well, because again, this will flow out into how people are being treated, how clients and customers are being treated. When you go into a space and there is bad customer service, whether that be a nursing home, a healthcare facility, where it comes to calling into a particular center to take care of a bill, it's all about how people are being treated, how they are being cared for. So we need to really take this to heart. And we really need to make sure that we are doing things well. There was a documentary on an airplane company, I won't say the name right now, but they began to lay people off. They began to scrutinize and basically retaliate against people who were quality control managers, saying, hey, this plane isn't right, this isn't going well. And they were mistreating the people who were doing their job. They were laying people off. And guess what happened? After this buyout, right, and they started laying people off, planes started to crash into the ground, killing everyone. All because people were not taken care of. All because people were trying to cut corners and not manage well. And now you have all of these deaths. And you have lawsuits that are ensuing. So again, it's so very important that we take care of the people who work with and for us. All the way around, 360. We need overall workplace happiness, overall workplace engagement, from the management on down to the employees. And it comes down to how people are treated, how employees are treated. Are you listening to what needs are? Are you paying attention to different shifts that are happening in society that can affect them, that can play a role in their mental health? Are you making sure that you really incorporate wellness? And wellness comes in many forms, from the amount of time that's given to complete tasks, to if you're listening, to them, if you are lightening the load of your employees, all of these things matter. All of these things matter. Okay, so I just wanted to jump on here during the lunch hour and just share this. I know a lot of people are at lunch. You can catch this on a replay. Let me know, hashtag replay. Also, let me know where you are watching this from. Are you working from home? Are you working in your office? So, of course, I'm working from home. But just let me know. And also let me know what your thoughts are about employee wellness, about treating people well within the workspace. I would love to hear from you. And I would love to hear from you because, again, I help leaders overcome a burnout culture. We have people working for cities. We have people working at hospitals, as teachers, as principals, as business owners, okay? All of these places that I just named incorporate people and systems. And so I work to help them overcome a burnout culture by incorporating transformative practices, systems, structures, and things of that nature, even assessments. So if you are watching this and you're saying, hey, I want to check in. I know it's a little bit past the halfway point, and I want to make sure that my company, my organization is doing well. Okay, that we are doing the best for our employees, that we are making sure that we care for them well, and also that I'm cared for. I would love to work with you. I host assessments to where we get this done, and they are anonymous to your employees so everyone can respond honestly, and so we can really get a full and honest understanding of what is going on and how we can improve or maintain, right? Because you may be doing well, and if you're doing well, you want to take the assessment to make sure that you stay well, because times are changing. Things are constantly and continuing to shift internationally, okay? Internationally. So you want to make sure that you stay on top of it and that you are encouraging workplace happiness, that you are facilitating a transformative culture, and I am here to help with that. So if that is you and you are ready to work with me, you can click the link in my bio, click Work with Ashley, and we can get started getting you scheduled and set up for your assessment and just your workshops to get you going. I also have some digital products as well that you can do at your own pace. You can click the link in my bio and you can tap the 30-day empowered planning e-course. And that's something that you can do at your own pace. You will be able to walk through. I'll be walking through it with you to evaluate your vision, your team, your structure, your vision, things like that to get you started. Again, you can work at your own pace. It's a course, so it's totally automated, because it's just important that we take care of people, that we take care of ourselves, that we take care of each other, and that we are very proactive in how we are managing our systems and our people, so we really can be productive and have a great impact in today's society. Okay? So I just wanted to jump on and share these things. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Make sure you comment and let me know your thoughts, and I look forward to empowering you real soon. Take care. Happy Friday. Bye.